we just made bank for watching this slowpoke do absolutely nothing. Welcome back. This is how you can make your money. This is my get-rich-quick scheme. Here we go. Watch a slowpoke for an old lady. I don't know if she's that old. Sorry I called you old. Bye. But anyway. So we're going to try and take on... Oh, Eevee's tail is going wild. Because that item's over there. Her little butt is twitching. Okay, anyway, we're going to take on the gym leader, hopefully, this episode. But yeah, so in the competitive scene, I did not understand it, but I kind of got used to it, and now I have very limited team. It's so weird because I breed most of the Pokemon for good IVs and EVs because now I realize that they matter, and I don't know, I have a very, I think, solid team, but it's just I'm very picky on, like, I don't need it to be shiny, but I'd prefer if the Pokemon were shiny, you know. So like I have a good team in the work that I've tested on Showdown, and it's been pretty successful so far. But I haven't gotten around to actually creating it in the actual games because I want a shiny Bisharp. Now, I have like a box full of perfect IV nature egg move. Well, I guess perfect for me, not for anyone's whatever. But it's not going anywhere, like, because I don't have the shiny Bisharp, and it's it's just my own preference. I like to have a shiny one. Sometimes I was trying to find a Togepi. I mean, essentially it would be a Togekiss, like a competitive one. I was just trying to breed for one, and as I was doing that, I accidentally hatched a shiny Togepi. It was before I had gotten like the nature that I wanted, because I was just trying to like breed one with the right nature first, and then like breed that one that had the right nature, whatever, and pass down the whatever, you get it. But I don't know, in that process, I hatched a shiny Togepi in like, I don't know, something like 10 eggs or something, like probably less than that. I was like, really? You have to be the one that hatched out of the shiny egg? But you know what? It's fine. Shiny hunting is its own little ball game. I've hit all of the circles with what you can do in Pokemon. I have boxes and boxes of shinies. Hashtag what's it called? Brag. Flex, weird flex, I guess that was. Hey Brock, Takashi. Anyway, whatever. So that's where my whole competitive vibe took off, and I'm still not good, but you know, I'm okay. I don't want to say I'm great, but I'm better than your average Pokemon trainer that doesn't EV and IV train, but I'm not as good as like Wolfglick or A-Drive or anywhere near those guys. But you know, if I work towards it, maybe I'll get there one day. But whatever. Now, speaking of shinies and A-Drive, so I had talked about before how I wanted to just be a PokeTuber, and then part of that I kind of wanted to branch off, and I was like, oh, I could do Twitch streams shiny hunting. Now, here's the thing about that. Well, obviously, with this exchange, this video that you're watching right now, I can't do one-on-one. Well, I mean, there's a chat going through, but first of all, no one would watch me, so I'm just shiny hunting for nobody. And even if I did pick up any kind of steam, I'm not a great reactor. So, like, I will find a shiny and I'll just kind of throw up my eyebrows and just be like, oh. And that's... Oh, Bulbasaur. You had to do that? You had to make me potion you? If I can maneuver to the bag? Yeah, no, I'm really just not a great shiny reactor. I'll, like everyone, any shiny hunter you see on Twitch, any shiny hunter you see on YouTube, they all have, like, these over-the-top, like, reactions. And I'm sure, at least some of them, I don't know about everyone, but I'm sure most of them are, like, genuine reactions, and I think that's great that these people get so happy about finding their shiny Pokemon. But that's just not what I do. Like, I don't overreact to them. I just kind of, like, go, oh, it's like they kind of, in fight, flight, or freeze, they kind of go into their fight mode. They're like, oh, let's go. Let's go is like a huge, big phrase that they always say. Like, let's go, shiny Nidoran, first encounter, that's a huge reaction. My Nidoran didn't even know double kick? That's the whole reason I captured... Oh. Double kick, first encounter, Nidoran. Anyway, yeah, no. They always have these huge reactions. And then I go into kind of like the freeze mode, where I'm just kind of like, there it is, let me get it. So that's... Okay, Brock, you're done. Give me my boulder bed. Heck yeah. High five, Eevee. Okay. But yeah, I do really enjoy shiny hunting. I go into weird phases when I'm shiny hunting where I'm just like, I'm so bored of this. Like, I know, like, that's the nature of shiny hunting, is that it's not instant, it's not quick. Let's say hi to our little friend here. Oh. Anyway, it takes a long time, and you know, it's worth it to finally get the thing that you're looking for. But you know, for me, sometimes I just need to take a break from it, and that's kind of when I get into like the competitive battling mode. Uh-oh, this guy's trouble. How'd you know that? Okay, well, I'm blue. Dabba dee dabba die. Came to check me out. Anyway, but so I keep losing my train of thought, like trying to actually play the game. Ugh, crazy, right? Trying to play the game while I'm playing the game. But no, so the whole like shiny thing, I get so disinterested with it at times because some of the hunts take a long time. Like, I still haven't found the Poniard. Like, I keep hatching all these Poniards, and, like, not one of them is shiny. Like, it's the same thing when I was hunting for Rowlet. Like, I like to do, like, the starters. Once I can breed for them. Like, I'll try to breed, like, a competitive shiny starter. Even if they're not good. Like, Incineroar isn't great competitively, but I still like having shiny Incineroar. And same thing with, like, Decidueye. Primarina, on the other hand, though, I was able to breed a really good shiny Primarina, and a lot of the competitive teams that I use involve Gliscor, because Gliscor is just great, and you can run some really dirty sets with that. But it has a huge weakness to Ice type moves, being a ground and flying type. So, what do I do about that? Well, that's why you have, you know, Primarina. You just throw an Assault Vest on that. Is this kid important to me? So you throw the Assault Vest on the Primarina, and it just eats up any special attacks. Like, its physical defense is pretty good, but it just eats up those attacks, and it's just so good. So like when I'm in threat of an ice type move, like if I think there might be like an ice punch coming my way, or like an ice beam coming my way, or even a water type move, like if it's something like I am not confident, then I won't you know, I won't keep in the Gliscor if I don't think that it can take a water type move. Like, I know it can't take an ice type move, but that's why Primarina is there. So, you know, some of them do have their uses. I forgot my original point, but I don't know. Primarina, the shiny competitive Primarina is pretty great. So there's that. Oh, this absorb's not going to do anything to me because it's 4 times weak, or 4 times not effective. I don't even know why this. I don't have any poison type moves to counter it. That's the only way it would do any kind of good for me. Yeah. So now that we've gotten the badge, it's time to take on, I guess, Mount Moon, and I guess we'll take on Mount Moon in the next one. Well, or, I don't know, is it? How long has it been? I don't know. Maybe, okay. Maybe I'll get through a couple more battles on this route and see if I can catch a new Pokemon here. And then maybe the next episode will be here. Because I don't know how long this episode is, and it's kind of weird. So you know what? I will grant you a story for making it this far. Oh, God. Bulbasaur. So, my first shiny Pokemon was in Fire Red. Now, oh, God, didn't mean to do that. I'm not that dumb. I didn't mean to Leech Seed. 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 That was the Pokeball choosing my own fate. So my first so Fire Red. That was my first game that I ever like played through all the way. I know that, like I said, Diamond and Pearl were my first games, but like those my first games where I was actually like consciously, like actively playing the game and playing through it and whatever. But I did play Fire Red first. Again, not being really able to read effectively enough to play the game. Oh, my Bulbasaur's not doing that much. I need to get rid of him. Beedrill. I'm gonna send out Beedrill. But yeah, so effectively, like while Diamond and Pearl were my first games that I finished, Fire Red was the... Oh God, Beedrill, you suck. I don't know why. Well, whatever. Twin Needle. What? I don't care. But Fire Red was my first actual game that I played. So now, the first shiny Pokemon that I ever found was a Pidgey, because you know, back in the day, there was that whole thing, the whole gotta catch 'em all trend was a huge deal, and now I took the whole gotta catch 'em all thing to heart. If there was a Pokemon in the wild, I would catch it. It's just plain and simple. I would catch that Pokemon. So, like, if I encountered, like, different Pidgeys, I would catch it. If I encountered, like, another Rattata, I would try and catch every single Pokemon that I would find. So I just had boxes and boxes full of, like, trash Pokemon. And just multiple, like, you know, they start looking like my box in this game. Like the way it's supposed to look. Like, you're supposed to catch all these different Pokemon. But not the good way. So, you know, I eventually, I was talked to. And, I learned. I learned the ways of not catching every Pokemon in sight, but rather only a Pokemon once or twice, maybe if you want to keep it for like a living dex or something, I don't know. Just not constantly. So there was one particular instance where I I don't know exactly where it was. I want to say it was the route above Vermilion City. And I was just running around, not doing what I was supposed to be doing. I was like I had only 8 gym badges, and I had not been able to defeat the Elite Four just yet. But I sure as hell was running around Kanto for no apparent reason. And I ran into the grass, and there was a Pidgey in that grass, and it was green, and there was a little star effect. Now, being the young child that I was, I didn't understand how glitches worked. So, I had succumbed to different glitches in different various games on the Game Boy, on the Game Boy Advance, and I didn't know if this was a glitch or not. So, I go to my brother, and I ask him, even though you told me not to catch every single Pidgey, should I catch this one? And the look on his face, the amazement that his brother, who didn't know what was happening, found a shiny and he didn't yet at that point, was just it probably crushing for him, probably, I don't know. But, you know, I did catch that. And now the sad thing about that is that I, over the years, lost that Pidgey. I remember transferring it over to Diamond and Pearl, but after that, it's gone. It's my first shiny, it was the random shiny that I found. It gone forever. I couldn't tell you where it is. But that's okay, because you can find like 15,000 shiny Pidgeys in this game. And maybe we will next time. now I'm gonna end the video after I just told you a gruelingly long story that could have taken like half the time. So thank you for bearing with me, as I've been kind of saying. I still haven't really gotten the hang of this, so thank you, and good night.